Hello. I know this is not a normal video that I like to make, but I wanted to make a tribute to a dear internet figure. Probably a lot of you have seen the great, legendary KingCobraJFS has passed away, and it is a sad time. So I think for what I'm going to do, unlike my last commemoration video, I will be creating a drink sort of similar to Cobra's. Now, I'm doing the Dream Combo drink. It's Coca-Cola and Fleischmann's vodka. Now, I don't have Fleischmann's vodka. I have Svartsky vodka. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. So yeah, I'm gonna try it. Here it is. I don't know if you can. Here's the cup. This is probably going to taste really bad, but it's for the beautiful King Cobra. Oh, he still smells strong. This thing's probably older than me. This vodka is. So, here's to the legendary Gothic Prince of Casper. Honestly, not that bad. I had this is 20% ratio for vodka. I mainly drowned it out with Coke. I might put more vodka in this, but it honestly makes a drink go down a lot better. Definitely probably should add more vodka to that, but yeah. It's very, very sad time. Even in the greater locale universe, some people would say Josh was one of the good ones. And you know what? I would kind of agree to that. Definitely gonna need to add more vodka to that. But yeah. I know he definitely had his issues, when it comes to, his animals and, how he treated them. I think it's just neglectful. I didn't think it was mainly hate. That's sort of one thing you could still attribute to Josh. But besides that, he mainly just wanted to live how he wanted to live. Still not that great for vodka, but yeah. It's in a world filled with Christians and Daniel Larsons and Nova Onlines and Cyraxes. People were just absolute degenerates, humans. Josh was just a man who wanted to live like a goth man. He was the vampire, gay little wizard, one could even say. It's just very sad. Some people say, we haven't really figured out what exactly killed Cobra yet. This news came out around 7, 8 o'clock this morning. I was on my way to school. I checked my phone and I was some people are saying that Cobra, police call, they thought he was unresponsive. I was damn, I really hope it's not true. Because, I didn't really follow Cobra as well as people like Chris Chan or Daniel Larson. But, he was one of the originators, He was right after Chris Chan. He's the next internet cryptid that people followed and logged. And it wasn't even just for messing with him. He just tried to live his life. He wasn't that bad. But he was just a little silly guy, for the most part, but it's just very sad. But no. It's all these awful people in the world, it could have been them first. I've heard people say that it was supposed to be, I thought Christian would be first, since he was the originator, but I guess not. This is also someone else in ESP has outlived, surprisingly. I guess it just proves that cockroaches are fucking resilient as shit. But no, what I was saying earlier about like cause of death. Some people say he drank himself to death because people have been sending him Smirnoff vodka and Everclear and everything, for trolling. Which, I mean, you don't really do that to an alcoholic. That could be an option. Some people said that like he was food poisoning. Whether that was like Wendy's, like apparently he ate like 2-day-year-old or whatever. I don't know. 2-day-old Wendy's. People say they might have eaten some seeds that might have been poisonous. Who knows? God damn it! I didn't mute my mic. But no, I did make a cut as my mom came in. I also went and grabbed some more vodka. I'm mixing it right now. I'm putting like some coconut. Let's see how this tastes now. Honestly, it's not as bad as I thought, but it's mainly just Coke outpowering the vodka. But well, let's say what causes his death. I think even if we never do find out, I think probably the best theory was that Josh just died of a broken heart. As I'm recording this, he died 1 month after his idol Ozzy Osbourne passed away. If anyone knew our little wizard Freddy thing, he loved Ozzy, so that was probably like the one person who got hit the hardest with his death. It's just very sad, It's just like a married couple, you lose your one spouse, the other one just kind of loses their will to live, and then they pass away shortly after. It's just life, man. And he was so young. Even like whenever his father confirmed the news, it was very devastating. And I know people have their iffy opinions on Josh's father and how he treated his son and what he did wrong, but I still think people can agree that outliving your kid and having to bury them is one of the worst feelings you could probably go through as a parent. And even just like as someone who's like 21, that shit's probably, that would destroy me. I don't think I would be able to live with myself ever again if I had to go and bury one of my own kids. But no, it's unfortunate. I'm not even really a big drinker myself. I don't drink like really at all. I don't understand how people can do this. I hate beer. I just don't like it at all. It tastes bad. Fuck. I'm also a lightweight, so that's probably why I don't also like drinking that often, because I probably get... I do like me some, like a couple drinks since I've turned 21. And I like the Mike's Hard Lemonade. I think that's pretty good. It's basically... I don't really like that much alcohol in my drinks. I like the fruity stuff. I've not tried White Claw, though. Which I know that's like the premier, like, sissy beer, quote-unquote. But I like my Jack Daniel's Coke. Not like the pre-made. That stuff's a little too much for my sissy ass. I like the little cans. Like the ones that are like this, but just like... Yeah, Jack Daniel's on it. Those aren't that bad, but... my favorite thing to drink so far is the Smirnoff Red, White, and Berries, and I like drinking them out of the bottle more than the can. I think it's just the bottle has a more refined taste. That might just be placebo, but it just tastes a lot better than the can. The can still tastes good, but hot damn does the bottle taste heavenly. And I like some other drinks, you know. I got there's one restaurant I like in my town. They have I don't know what it is, but I like that. It's like a pre-made drink. I've also dabbled with Fireball, but I think I might quit that because I drank like half a bottle of it one night, and I spent the next 2 to 3 hours vomiting everything up. So I think that's gonna be a no-no for vodka. And even then, I still can't deal with this, even the taste of cinnamon. It's just it makes me want to vomit. It's kind of bad, but yeah, it's just just shows how short life could really be, you know. Even for a band like Cobra, who just wanted to live his life. People wanted to mess with him. But life just go on. He kept soldiering, you know. He kept doing what he loved. Which is pretty respectable, in my opinion. Even he'd been doing it for 15 years, which I mean is crazy compared to every other wildcat. You know, it's even in the 2020s we've gotten so many more of them, but he was one of the originators. It's a damn shame, you know. It's seeing all the people's reaction to it. You know, they're all mourning him, which is pretty crazy, you know, compared to what they're typically known for, ridiculing those who are way worse than what Josh was, you know. So we give a little toast to our Gothic prince. And even still, it's I still think it's just crazy that he died the exact same day Ozzy died, you know. It's like poetry. It rhymes. But it's just very funny to see these reactions. I wouldn't say funny, but amusing. You know, Gen X, boomers, they lost their Prince of Darkness a month ago, and now Gen Z and millennials and zoomers, they lost their Prince of Darkness today. It's a very, very bad day. Very bad time to be in the goth community, you know. It's just our idols are dropping left and right, and I'm not necessarily an idol. I'm more of a internet observer of strange creatures on the web. But yeah, it's just very unfortunate, you know. And haters and trolls and sickos. Very unfortunate. It shows how far you can push a man. Succumb to his own sins. It shows that how you should live your life. I'm just rambling. But yeah, I'm surprised the t-shirts didn't go first before Josh, but then again, Joshua Block, sorry. He's mostly known for just only drinking, so we don't know what he does. It might just all be performative, when the camera's on. Josh probably just drank all that no matter what. And plus just his hygiene and what he ate probably also was a big factor. But it's just surprising, you know? That was a family member telling me good night. I told them I loved them. Good night. You know, it just shows you gotta watch out. You know, you might not be able to see the person you love in the next morning. You know, we might all wake up. One of us might wake up dead the next morning and be horrified to find whoever finds our body. You know, going back down to Josh's dad, you know, it must have been horrifying to see your son on the floor unresponsive, and you tried everything you can to try to save his life, but it was too gone. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. But yeah. God. My head's starting to hurt from drinking too much again. I'm a lightweight. But I should also probably mention that the alcohol was like, I don't remember the percentage. I took a photo of it on my phone. Yeah, it was 40% the Svarsky vodka. That's how much it was. So 40% is a pretty big amount. I just opened my phone to Facebook, and Josh Memorial was the first thing I saw. It's like, this damn phone's always listening to me. It's a damn shame. I know this is not like a normal video I upload. You know, I like to put in effort. This one's gonna be a lot less, you know, more honor. You know, a YouTube legend with the style of content, because you know, we'll never get an epic dank food hack ever again, or a sick drink combo. You know, he was a one of a kind. His mind worked in many different ways compared to us humans. You know, he's sort of like Terry Davis, in my opinion. You know, both men troubled by mental illness and or addiction. Both tried to live their best life and gained so much respect afterwards for who they were as people and how they lived their life. And yeah, we might not have been the greatest humans, you know, may have done or said some very questionable or bad things, but they didn't try to harm people, you know. They just tried to live their life how they wanted to see it, and it's very tragic how only after death people get the recognition and love that they deserved. It just hits so much more. Yeah. I wanted to see. I saw something. Kind of want to listen to some of his music. You know, I might play. 2018. This is a 9-minute song. It's called Troll Slayer. I might play this on my phone while I finish the rest of this, because this thing's almost empty. I don't know if this will be copyright, but I don't care. Don't message me. I'm listening to Prince of Darkness. My Prince of Darkness. Oh, that was a lot more vodka than it was Coke. Oh my god. Wow. I don't think I could be an alcoholic. I don't think I could be an alcoholic. What, a chainsaw? It was like a music review. I'm better than Anthony Fantano. Rip these. He's just strumming his guitar, you know? Okay. Well, I just finished the drink. My head is hurting a little bit now. I think I might be a little tipsy, but yeah, overall I'd give that like a 6. You know, I was kind of expecting worse, but it's a lot better than I thought. Probably better than maybe if I got the actual vodka, but it's fine. But yeah, I know this is a very different video than what most people are probably used to, but I just wanted to make my commemoration to Josh, to King Cobra, our Prince of Darkness. I just want to honor his life and what he contributed to the internet and the legacy he'll leave behind. So yeah, rest easy, Josh. I hope you're in a better place, no longer suffering. So yeah, see ya.